morning. This is Frank with the Morning Quick Shop, brought to you by Trade Stockers and NINZA Pro Traders. 13th of June, it's about 7:15 Central Standard Time, a little early to get started. We're going to look at targets to the upside, targets to the downside, and some possible areas of consolidation, and then some key big picture areas for today and this week. So it looks like we opened up last night right around the 281 area, right in here. Overnight highs, we reached the 284.75. Overnight lows, 2077. So as you can see, when we opened up, we just went right straight up above here. This was a previous zone and previous structure last week for some pullbacks at 280, 2083, and then we drew straight down through a new target zone for today, and also key. It was a support area for yesterday at the 2080. We came right through it, came back up to retest it as expected, pulled back down here to a low of 2076. And from here, we kind of halfway expected this market to drive down the 2740 area, but it hasn't done that yet. Excuse me, it's 2074 if I didn't say that right. And then instead, it bounced off here and went straight back up through the zone, all the way up to create our overnight high at that 2084.75 area. And again, we pulled right straight back. So you can see we're just bouncing back and forth through key areas, waiting for the market to open. No real key news for us, but the overseas news with the Brexit and all this interest is definitely got the traders' attention. So you can see after that, we just did a sideways and worked our way back up to another key support, now resistance from yesterday at 2083. Also, that's been a very strong past resistance in the past and support. So we need to keep an eye on that. So what do we expect today? Well, as you can see, we worked our way right back to the open at 2081, right with the 24-hour VWAP, right with the support. So we expect the market to go off from here and go ahead and move back up to this overnight high. So from 2080 50 up to was it 2084.75 for target one. Expect to pull back. Well, hopefully this time this is going to hold at the 2083 area and then drive right through this up to about 2087, maybe the 28 area before pulling back to retesting this zone and the overnight high. And now after it does that, we'll be looking for the move straight back up here again. Now this is where the consolidation. We get this 2088 area. We'll be looking for some consolidation, so it might start dropping back in this area, or the reverse just might get ugly up there, guys. So you got to be real careful and look for a move all the way back in down to this zone and open today. But if we can break through here, if we can break through the 2088, move up into this zone, look for the pullback to here, and then drive straight up to about the 2092 area, pull back to the top of this zone, maybe all the way back to the middle of the zone at 2090, and then look for next targets up to the 2093 area, which probably about as far as we're going to go today. But you got to be ready to go. So we do have targets at the 29 area, 29.9 area, and then up at the 2105. It would take a good move and some really good news to drive the market up that far. So let's move the zones back up to here. Sorry about this. And what we do if the market goes short. So if we come down into here and we close below this 24-hour VWAP coming towards the bottom of the zone, we should look for the retest to come right back up, retest this white line, this 2080 right here about the 2080.75. We need to look for a failure and drive right back in here. Now, it might do that the first time, so be cautious. Might come all the way straight down here, double bottom, and then look to go to the long scenario. However, if it comes down here to this area, 2078, back up to retest 2080, and then fails, look for us to come to the overnight lows and double bottom test at 2077. Strong support here, so then look for the rally to go the other direction. You can see obviously the consolidation is going to be in this area. Most of it probably from the 83 to this lower 77 area today, but we'll keep an eye on that. If we come down here and fail this zone and about the 2076 or below, look for the retest up here and maybe up to this retest of 78 and then down to 74 area where we have some real key areas of support. So, and we'll look at the bigger picture here in a second. If it can break through this area, look for it to target down into 2070 area, into this zone, pull back up and retest this. And he hopes that all today it needs to retest this and move straight on up. But it might just hit this, come straight back down, test, and we can only head down to the 2064 area. So we need to be real cautious with today and what's going on. So let's don't lose sight of the big picture. Let me switch charts here real quick over to market profile just to give you the big picture for the week. We haven't done that in a while. From this initial move here off of the 2021-25, you can see using our profile total from NINZA Pro Traders gives us a real clear picture of where key areas of volume were. It looks like we went up to the 2105, and at this point, we expected the market to either break through or pull back. Well, it broke all the way through, not knowing where to go up here in these new areas. We drew some fib extension lines. So our first target here was the 2128, the 127 to extension, followed by 2140. Okay, which breaks the over, our all-time high. So we're looking for somewhere in here. So we expected this to move up into here, then possibly move back and then go on up. What we did is between this 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th of June, right in this area, we came up, come over here to the 10th of June, or yeah, 10th of June right here. We pulled back yesterday all the way to here, and we have just a brief open here. So what's key about this? This 100% retracement here, we're pulling back to about the 2074 is our first target. We're probably going to see at some point in the next day or so, pulling back to this 38.2 retracement line. Now, if we could get a bounce off here, very, very high chance, uh, over 80% probably that we will continue to move on up into this next area. And this would start moving into an ABCD pattern from A to B, B to C, and then on up into here. So we need to be real cautious with this and make sure we're on top of things and know where the big overall picture. Should we fail this 2074 and move on down, 50% retracement of this move was 2064 right here. And then, but there's, you can see there was very light volume in here. So our next likely target, all the way down here to the 2057 and the 2054, about a 3-point zone where we have the 2054, which is the 61 8-point retracement. So that's a very strong possibility we can move into here before we start moving up into the next areas. That's the big picture. Don't lose sight of it. Keep track of where the market is on this daily basis with the big picture. Keep an eye on the zones. If you have any questions today, contact Frank at TradeStalkers.com and have a great day.